Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this demonstration of Search and Survive. In this demo, I'm going to be showing you how a player turn works, how the wasteland operates, how attacking works, and a few other things as we progress through this demo. Now, in this scenario, we're going to pretend that I am playing the medic. We're a few turns in, and the medic is the last player to go this turn. Now, at the beginning of a player's turn is the draw phase. I've saved us that, and I've gone ahead and drawn 6 cards. Normally a player would draw 5 cards, but the medic, or myself, I have the Gatherer. Now, the Gatherer is a survivor and is a permanent. Well, semi-permanent. Things can mess with that, but we're going to call her a permanent. She lets me draw an additional card during the draw phase. So I've drawn my cards. I got a damage card. I got a revolver, which is a ranged weapon. I have a pistol, which is a starter ranged weapon, and I have a shotgun, which is another ranged weapon. Then I have 2 ammunition cards. Now, ammunition cards can let you attack again after you make a successful or unsuccessful attack, and it just lets you keep going. Or it can be discarded to draw an item card, or to draw another card from your deck, rather. Now, the damage card isn't going to do me any good at this time. It's just gumming up the works, which is the way it's supposed to. So I'm just going to put this down for now and focus on the good cards that I've got for this attack. Now, I have 2 ranged weapon cards that give me abilities. The shotgun, which will let me attack again if I roll doubles, whether my attack is a success or a failure. And I have the revolver, which will let me attack 2 rows, two rows at once in the same column. Now, I really like the idea of doing that right now because, as you can see here in the wasteland, we have a crawler and a runner on the same column, and they're in 2 different rows. If zombies progress past the front row, then they're going to do damage to the players. So in this scenario, I'm going to go ahead and begin my turn, and I'm going to add up all of the ranged weapon bonuses. So in this case, I have +2, +1, +1, +1, +1, for a total of +6. Now I'm going to use the revolver as my main weapon, my primary weapon, and I'm going to attack this crawler. So let's see what I get. I've got 5. So 6 + 5 is 11. My attack is successful because the crawler's defense value is 10. So this crawler is killed. But since I have the revolver special ability says that it can attack multiple zombies in 1 row. Goodness gracious, I can't get that right. In 1 column. So the bullet passes through the crawler, hits the runner, whose defense is also 11, and this runner is killed. Now that has cleared a line to a resource. So in this case, I get to take this resource, the water bottle, and add it to my discard pile. Now, the resource row and the back row are respawned. And we've got another survivor. So my turn is not done. I still have 2 ammunition cards. So what I'd like to do at this time is take one of these ammunition cards, add it to my discard pile, and that allows me to shoot again. But now my bonus is only +5. I'm going to try to get these bandages because I want to attack, or I want to be able to heal my teammates. So I'm going to make an attack against this walker. If you remember, my bonus was +5. I've rolled a 9. I succeed with flying colors. This walker is killed. And I attain the bandage card. And once again, the resource row and the back row are respawned. Now, at any time after my first attack, I can quit, but I'm on a roll, so I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to discard this ammunition card. And that allows me to fire again. But this time I only have a bonus of +4. Still, I'm going to live dangerously. I know that this spitter is going to damage one of my teammates or myself during the horde phase, so I'm going to take a pot shot at him. Remember, My bonus is +4. There we go, I rolled a 4. So 4 plus 4 equals 8. My attack is a failure. I failed to kill the spitter. I failed to get this resource that's behind it. And I take a damage card from my damage supply and add it to my discard pile. Now these damage cards are a sort of life total. So they can be healed, but if you don't heal them, you only have 10 total. Now they gum up the works once they make their way into your deck. And like I said, if any one player takes their final damage card, the game ends in defeat. So now, all I have is 3 guns and no ammunition. I'm going to go ahead and end my turn. So now is the horde phase. During the horde phase, the zombies get a chance to activate their abilities, and then they get a chance to move. So I'm going to start at the top and work my way across. The spitter's ability is that she or he gets to spit and damage one player. Since I'm the only one here, I'm going to take that damage card and add it to my discard pile. The survivors don't do anything. The runners don't do anything. If you'll notice, this stalker also has a yellow background behind his defense value. That means he has an ability that activates. But his ability is that he kills adjacent survivors during this phase. Well, there's no adjacent survivors, so we're good on him. We progress down to the crawler, who doesn't have an ability that activates during the zombie ability phase. So the zombie ability phase is done. Now on to the zombie movement phase. And we've rolled a 4. In the case of rolling a 4, crawlers and walkers move. So this crawler is actually going to advance off of the play area and damage a player. Now again, in this scenario I'm the only player, so I have to take this damage card. Now there's no other crawlers and walkers, but the runner's ability activates during the zombie movement phase, and runners always move no matter what you roll. So they advance to the front row. Now the spawn phase of the horde phase happens, and we spawn the back row of the wasteland. Now, if you see here, we actually have a lot of survivors, and that doesn't happen very often. But if we don't rescue this survivor by the next horde phase, this stalker is going to kill him, and he's going to be added to the discard pile. And play continues in that manner.